Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at other pro settings. So, who actually is Shroud? So Shroud was born on June 2nd, 1994 and is a full-time Twitch streamer and YouTube content creator. So let's look at his sensitivity, whole setup, that's what you came for. So let's start with the mouse. He's using a Logitech G Pro wireless mouse SC. He has a DPI of 450, a sensitivity of 0.78 and a DPI of 351. My opinions on DPI, you can change them any way you want really. But if you really want to follow what Shroud uses, right, you could use his DPI or whatever. He just prefers to use 450 because 400 is too slow, maybe, you know, to get some sort of an edge. It also depends on a lot of things, like your mouse and stuff like that. Now, he has a HZ polling rate of 1000 and scope sensitivity, which every pro has, of 1. Not 0.96, but 1. 1 is actually the best, so you can, like, kind of flick it. And he has a Windows sensitivity of 6. So he has a Logitech G Pro X keyboard SC. I'm pretty sure this is sponsored by Logitech. He has a L shift for walk, which is usually, you know, normal. So equip primary weapon, secondary melee, spike, this is all fine. But for equip ability 1, he has E, crouch left control. Some pros have it like on C, but it depends on what you play on, right? So, his second ability is Q, jump is spacebar. The third ability is C, which is very interesting. But yeah, he has an object used for F and ultimate for X. So it's pretty much normal. I know some pros use it on Keybinds, but it doesn't really work that way, does it? Now, Shroud, Valorant, Crosshair, probably you entered this video to check this. But he has a color cyan. Outlines are off. Most pro have outlines on off, so it becomes much more beautiful. So he has a center on and 0.506 and on 1, like the third thing or the second thing is on. So he has an inner lines, this is really interesting, of 1611, so it's like very wide, and outer lines of 1534. So just let me repeat that: inner lines 1611 and outer lines 1534, just in case you have Valorant opened. Now he has a fade, movement, and firing error on off. Now Shroud Valorant radar is very interesting because it's not base numbers, like it's not 9 or it's like 978 for minimap size. Key player center is always on off, so you know you can actually see your opponents over here. And minimap zoom on 0.843. So minimap zoom is 0.843 and minimap vision cones are on. Now I really like how he has show map region names on never. That's because, you know, people, I don't know, people don't want to use region names, they just tell their own names or they said mid-market or something. It just makes the map a little more nicer, you know what I mean? When you're looking at the minimap, it's kind of deteriorated if you only see enemies, right? So Shroud Valorant settings, he's using a BenQ XL2540. That's what every pro Twitch streamer and pro is using. You don't have to get this exactly because this one is pretty expensive, but he is using a resolution a 9020 x 1080. I think you should use native resolution to your monitor, so I'm using like 2K. Frame rate limit of 300 FPS, which is really interesting. I mean, that's the max that I can see, right? But BenQ XL is 240 Hz. Now material quality is high, detail quality is high, UI quality is low, texture quality is high, vignette is off, VSync is off, anti-aliasing is MSA a 4X, stropic filtering 8X. So some pros use it on off because it's like not good at all. But improved clarity and bloom are improved clarity is on off and bloom is on. So I really like he has the high quality, you know. He's using an RTX 280 Ti, which is that's an expensive graphics card actually. And distortion on off and first person shadows on off. So let's look at his gear over here. To just recap, he's using a BenQ XL2540. Now Logitech G Pro wireless mouse SC. Now Logitech G840 SC mousepad. Now for a keyboard, he's using a Pro X keyboard SC and a Logitech Pro wireless headset SC. So let's look at his setup for his PC. He has a lot of other things you probably won't need unless you're a streamer, like blue microphone mouses. That's pretty much expensive. But let's look at over here. He has a CPU of i9, an RTX 280, gigabyte X299. This will cost you a lot of dollars. 128 gigabytes of RAM, which is like overkill for me, to be honest. Like, when you need 128 gigabytes, like, what the heck? I even thought 36 gigabytes is too much. But look, whatever grinds their gears, like, surely I just can't see it. I just can't see it that way. 128 gigabytes is insane. But look, if you have 5K to spare and you can throw it into a PC, or if you're a huge streamer, just buy it, no problems. Anyway, this is gonna be it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the Shroud PC setup, and yeah, and PC setup, Valorant settings, and stuff like that. And this fan, sign out. Be sure to check out my other pro guides. Probably there's a pure pro guide streamer on my channel. Anyway, this fan, sign out. Peace, guys.